Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we're gonna do a fun abundance reading. Who doesn't love an abundance reading, guys? This is going to be really fun. Okay, so you've got 3 card images in front of you. You're gonna go with the one that you feel the most gravitated towards. Of course, if you want to pause the video, please do so, but I will give you 10 seconds to choose starting now. Okay, so if you were guided towards group 1, I will be offering the extended reading through my Patreon platform. I will be doing a mediumship reading on specific things, opportunities, blessings that you will be receiving. You can find it within the pinned comment. This is going to be a 5-card spread. I'm not going to tell you right off the bat what we're going to be looking at, or then this reading will kind of, it will drag on, okay? And I know you guys are very busy. So I'm just going to get the spreads out, and then when we get to it, I'll tell you what each one means. I will speed this recording up, but please also feel free to tap forward. Okay, so let's look at section 1. Section 1 is going to talk about what energy or doorway is opening for you right now around abundance, otherwise known as the gateway. So we've got chain. Okay, chain of events that will affect your life. And then we've got the funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Looks like you're moving really quickly, or there's going to be a speed up around you having a realization around either what it is that you want, or you're getting really clear about what you want. There is a doorway opening, and I think it's literally movement, but it's also, I feel like, there's a clear path being set for you, and it does have something to do with the Ace of Wands, where it's like something around creation, something around a passion. You're starting to figure out what it is or how to put all of this into action. So like if you have been wanting to do something, but you haven't been with the chain figuring out how to connect the dots around it, and that could just be with you staying positive. But if it's literally something you've been wanting to do, or you've been wanting answers, it looks like there's going to be, I feel like, integration, okay? Integration, a download, if you will, or a realization around how to put all of this, okay? Your feelings around abundance, or how you're trying to make yourself more abundant, into play more easily. I would say as well too, the energy of frustration or lessons learned is behind you. You may find moving forward, it's going to be a lot more easier for you to act on what it is that you want. And again, it could be through mental clarity, or it could just be that the doors are opening a lot more easier. Ace of Wands is interesting to me because I always see it as like a pot stirring card. Like, I don't know what it is about it. It's just like there's something I feel like that happens miscellaneously. Is that a word? Where it's like there's an opportunity created out of thin air, which allows you to move forward. And, it could be with the 7 of Cups, all your desires, all your ideas, all your wants. I do see with the 7 of Cups, you have been frustrated, maybe there have been a series of unfortunate events with the chain card, but you may start to learn how to deal with those events a lot more in a lot more of a better way. Maybe this is about reacting to events or learning how to let go regarding events. I mean, it's like that SHIT happens type of thing, you know? But I feel like you're in the process of like going through the funnel. So figuring it out, like figuring out how to learn these lessons and move more quickly, you know, so that you can move forward. It's kind of interesting. We are talking about energy. And I feel for you, your energy has been affected by this, you know, these series of events or what looks like it's not going your way. You may start to adapt or adopt a different philosophy around that, and in which so it helps you to move forward. So you are moving forward. The doorway that's opening is, I actually feel like, a miscellaneous event. It is an opportunity. I'm not going to say here it's going to be pushed upon you. You will have to take action. But you may also start to have an understanding as to why certain events have taken place. Okay. How they were actually working in your favor under the disguise of it maybe not looking so. Okay, so let's look at the block. What's currently standing in the way, whether that's a belief, fear, or an external situation. Now with this one, you got a lot of cards. I'm only supposed to be drawing 3, but you got 4, so interesting. Okay, so temporary problems. Again, I feel like the sun is coming out. This group has been dealing with a series of events that feel like the weight of the world is against you, or, you know, again, you just can't get ahead. A lot of you may also resonate with the fact that you're not really the best at dealing with external events or things that look like they're going wrong. So I definitely see a pattern here of learning, okay, how to adapt to what's being thrown at you. But I would say what's currently standing in the way is either not enough experience as of yet. So really there's nothing to worry about because you will come into this. You could be, when it comes to abundance, in a Page of Swords energy, you know, the young apprentice, learning, but look with the world, you'll get there. Okay. You will get there. But, you know, listen, with the leg, we've got stepping into a new experience. I think this group would resonate with wanting something in particular, but knowing that they've got to like put their best foot forward or take a leap of faith or take some sort of action. And it could be that right now it's not feeling like it's the right time. Or for some of you, it could be a fear around it, a fear of like what will happen. We've got the World card. You could be very worried about putting yourself out there in a way that is seen or vulnerable, and it feels too risky. I think this group has a plan. You know, it's like they know exactly what to do, but it's just that last step that's kind of got you a little bit, because the Two of Wands card says that this person is feeling prepared or has a plan. Even with the Eight of Wands, is feeling the direction on what to do. But the Two of Wands still talks about a risk. And what is the risk? I don't know with the World card. I just feel like this is about being seen, putting oneself out there in a way, you know, maybe even to be criticized, or, you know, just like, I don't know if you're afraid of rejection. I'm not sure. I don't know if this is about, like, again, criticism. For some of you, it could be with the World card, something to do with something online. You know, it's like your abundance is right there. It's you just have to step through that door. So I think this is fear. I think it's also belief systems as well, too. You could be setting yourself up, you know, really for this not to go the right way. If you do believe that all of these things will happen, or, you know, there's this what if this, what if that, or what if I'm rejected, or then that's what will manifest. So like with this group, with respect to the block, you have to be patient. I think you'll be guided to what you need to be guided to do in time, but now just bear with yourself, okay? You have to bear with yourself. I'm not saying that you don't have to take a step, because I feel like a lot of you are going nuts. Like you feel the energy of wanting to take that first step, but something's holding you back. I'm going to say another thing as well too. This may resonate with somebody. I don't know if somebody wants to like also express feelings to somebody. That's been kind of like, I've been hearing that ever since I opened these cards, and I was like, okay, I have to deliver the message because it could resonate with one person. I don't know if you're also wanting to express yourself to somebody, and it may not even just be romantically, but you're afraid of what kind of can of worms that will open up. You do what you feel guided to do at the end of the day, but if this is weighing on you and it's something that you're feeling like your body wants to express, you have to do it without any expectations. And I think with this group, the block could be a lot around expectations. Will I be successful? Will this go right? You have to release that. You have to let that go, or this is going to just delay. But again, I want to reiterate, regardless if you had this reading or not, you will be moving into, this in due time. So it's currently manifesting. It's kind of funny. We're talking about a manifestation reading. This is manifesting, okay? There's nothing you're going to have to do. I would say work on yourself every day a little bit if you can, towards being a lot more, courageous regarding this. But like you will be led to it anyways. It's a part of your path. Okay. The key. What action, shift, or mindset will help you move past the block? Okay, so interesting. So we've got the Three of Cups, the Strength card, the High Priestess, and then we've got coins. Money will be coming to you, and family wishes come true. What could shift your mindset to move past the block? I don't want to be cheesy and talk about, looking on the brighter side of things, but I think there will be a shift. And it's going to have a lot to do with you gaining confidence. But I just want to interject here and say that, like, group one, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, it's like really, really positive. The blessings will outweigh the fear. I hope that you could move past this in time. Come back to the reading, let me know how this worked out for you, because what's on the other side of this is just so amazing. It involves abundance in the form of money, but also family wishes. And it's kind of cute that we've got a well here, because I do think this is your wish, either to, help your family out, please your family, or if this is that you want a family, but I also think that for a lot of you, this could involve money as well too. But with the High Priestess, keep paying attention to that inner voice. You are being called to be a High Priestess right now. And that really is going to talk about you not paying attention to that other voice and more the inner voice. I feel like this group has these two energies coming at them constantly. It's like they feel it on a soul level, what it is they want or want to do. But then I feel like there's this other voice that talks to them that really, actually, I'm being told is not your voice. It's more the ego with the Strength card. So like, I would ask you to kind of work on not your mindset, but like more clearing out the channel, because she is very connected with the infinity symbol to her higher self. Work on taming the ego. That lion on the card actually speaks to her ego. She's gracefully taming it, okay? And working on more strengthening the connection to higher self. High Priestess is a pro at that. She doesn't care what the external world shows her. She's going always with what she's being guided to do. And I think for a lot of you, this is a huge lesson in life, to trust that inner intuition and to move past the block for good, not just regarding this, for good, okay? A lot of you have been wanting to move with the higher self, listen to your inner guidance. You've been wanting to know how you can hear it better. This is actually something that's in your path right now so that you can work to achieve this. Moving forward, once you move past this, you will be moving like the High Priestess. But I also want to say here too, with the Three of Cups, be careful who you're surrounding yourself with. Don't go and start telling people about this. Maybe you can move more into this, as far as, past it by surrounding yourself with the right people. I just want you to know that what's on the other side of this is like so powerful. It's you coming into your own. I feel like there's going to be this like inner power that really makes you feel good about yourself at the end of the day. But I think you know what you need to do. Like with this group, I think you know exactly what you need to do. I don't even know that, I'm really here to tell you. I think you're aware. I think you're aware of how strongly you feel about doing something or going for something or, achieving, your best life ever. But it's going to take you moving in a different way than you're used to. And sometimes seeing beyond the veil, okay? Not what's, at face value. And you're probably learning that right now, but wow, with the Strength card, it's gonna take a lot of bravery and maybe stepping out into something, or, a way of being that is not really like the way you've been, operating. So yeah. Okay. All right. So this is probably everybody's favorite part of the reading, the gift. So what abundance, love, opportunities, and blessings is waiting to flow in? Wow. Okay. Now remember, not everything I mention here is going to resonate with just you watching. So beware of that. Some of these things may not be things you're actively manifesting, but listen. I think here with this group, the abundance that will come to you, okay, once you step through the gateway is a lot easier of a time. And I'm talking about operating in your day-to-day life, but not just that. You've been struggling maybe even your whole life with that Nine of Wands to get victory. You have been choosing the harder path. It doesn't need to be like that. Once you move through the gateway, you're going to be attracting abundance very quickly. It's going to be like you just set the attention, you let go, and it comes to you. It's not going to be this hard-working, trying to figure out, he has a bandage on his head, he has a headache. He's like, this is just ridiculous. Like, I just can't do this anymore. You're going to be moving more into flow with the Four of Wands. I do also see, for some of you, this may be a better time in partnerships. You may attract better partnerships, people who feel aligned with you. And that could be in friendship and love. It's your community. That's what's coming in. But wow, with the Devil card, there's going to be a squashing of negative thinking but also maybe even addictions, codependency. That devil is interesting in this spread because you see these two people on the card, that chain is very loose. They could totally free themselves, but they choose to stay there. I'm telling you, your philosophy, your way of manifesting is going to be a lot more easier. It's not going to be this headache, this heartbreak in getting what you want. Maybe this is even in regards to love, like you've been feeling like the universe has just been bringing you the worst caliber of people that just are not on your level somehow. And it's just like, I don't want this anymore. I want the Four of Wands. A lot of you could resonate with that, like in the love department. You've been getting like the devil more than the Four of Wands. And it's just like, it starts with you. It starts with you. People don't like to hear that, but it starts with you. Okay? I'm not saying you're a bad person, but I feel like once you move through the gateway, you're going to have a lot more high vibrational, aligned to you connections coming through as opposed to this. This has been wreaking havoc for a lot of you in your love life. People who just are not available or are maybe, have addictions, have codependency problems, or, just have their own stuff they have to figure out. They don't even have time for you, They are maybe even operating in a way that is, not highly vibrational. I don't want to get into all of it, but it could be also that. But this could be friendships too. So listen, we've got the knot here. Okay, we've got unsuccessful plans. Again, this is very much depicting to me the Nine of Wands, working way too hard to get what you want. There's going to be an untying of the rope. Things are going to be moving more freely. You will be able to operate more freely. You will experience moments of joy, moments of peace, where, everything is flowing so gracefully for you. It's no more headache. You may not even have to involve yourself as much with your manifestations. Again, it's just the intention, the thought, and you release it. So this knot in the rope really makes me feel energetically like this is kind of what you've been dealing with, just issue after issue, or feeling like unsuccessful plans. There's always problems, or there's always a tightening on it, or something comes in the way of it. There's going to be a release. So if you have any particular plans right now, or things you want to do, or if this is speaking to the future, it's going to flow more. It's going to flow more. We've got crib, birth or conception of a child, or enterprise. So the abundance that will be coming to you once you move through gateway will be either if you have been wanting a child, you will have one. If it's not that and you've been wanting to birth an enterprise, a business, this is what will be coming to you. And listen, I am being told that with the enterprise, this is going to set you up for life. This is generational wealth. This is no joke. Okay. This is not just some little small business. This is an enterprise. We've got the fly, a period of ill health and depression. I'm not diagnosing you, but for a lot of you that are watching, this has been wreaking havoc on your, like immune system, your body, your mentality. You've been feeling like stuck in a rut. That depression may get lifted, okay? Or the ill health may clear up. Suddenly, all of a sudden, you've got energy. You're like, oh, look at me, because look at him. He's exhausted. Maybe you're no longer exhausted anymore once you move through the gateway. We've got club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. This will fall away. I don't know if there's people who are resonating with the fact that they're just have been meeting people or have been always around people who have been trying to push their, narratives on them or their will, or, just like it's been friction. I'm seeing this in my mind's eye, okay? This will fall away. But this could also be you. Maybe you resonate with that, being a little bit, I don't want to call you weak, but when it comes to that, like the boundaries, you don't have the strictest boundaries. Once you move through the gateway, you're going to get a lot more stronger, hence that strength card that we saw, okay? You're not going to be moving anymore in the way that you used to, where, you know, you were worried about everybody else and what they thought, and I don't want to be mean and I don't want to be rude. No, you're standing firm. Beau, you are highly thought of. So you are going to be attracting in people who think very highly of you, whether that be romantic or friendship or career. I don't know if you resonate with the fact that people feel like, or you feel like people are against you all the time. They're just not your tribe. Okay? There's going to be a switch up in energy of people around you. You're going to start to attract people in who want to support you. It could be clients, it could be friends, it could be, I don't know, but it's like all of a sudden things are changing in that direction. Like, whereas opposed to before, people didn't react to you well, or they didn't like you, or they had a problem with you. Now you're gravitating in people who are more aligned and, you know, think the world of you. So this is beautiful. Let's move to the last section. Okay, the integration. So how can you best align yourself with this abundance so it becomes lasting? Very important. Oh, look what we got here. Okay, so there's going to have to be a change in belief system, okay? Your belief system, you're going to have to really let go of what no longer is serving you, and you're going to have to start planting some new seeds. I'm not going to lie, you're going to also have to, that Fool is giving me like that first card, you know, with the leg, putting the leg forward into something new. You're going to have to take some sort of a new step in a new direction. And yes, it may scare the pants off of you or make you feel like you don't know what the hell you're doing. Are you stupid for doing it? You're going to hear all that kind of stuff. You're going to have to do it. Okay. 5 of Swords. I'm going to just say this as well too. Never mind your enemies. You will defeat them, but never mind your enemies. Never mind the competition. You're going to have to align yourself with yourself and not look at what anybody else is doing or worry about anybody else or anybody else who's involved, or, you know, like, just keep your focus on yourself. And I'm not going to lie as well. This is not going to be easy. You are going to have to, I feel like, end connections that are no longer serving you. They once used to, but they're not anymore. And with this card, it really says anyone. So even if it's family, it's going to be family. You need to align yourself with yourself. This journey is just going to be you, yourself, and you. It's not going to be anybody else. You're not taking anybody else with you. This is really a solo path, but you're going to have to let go. And it's going to be hard at first, because with the 5 of Swords, you know, I feel like whatever you're letting go of is going to try to make you feel like you need it. And it will do a very good job of that. It will do an excellent job of that. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So now is the time, group 3. Now is the time. This card says you're ready for it. You've been trying to do it lifetime to lifetime. You're totally capable. You are totally capable. You guys need to hear that. You are capable. But I would urge you to get it done, because honestly, if you just keep going like this, you're just going to be manifesting things that just don't align with where you're at. And these cards, this spread that I've seen, really does speak to you moving forward. There's something new here. You're kind of outdated on an old chapter in your life. We need to turn the page. It's time to turn the page. You've been doing something for too long, and it's just not benefiting you. So please turn the page. All right, take care. Okay, so if you were guided towards group number 2, before we begin your reading, a few things. If you'd like to catch the extended reading, I will be doing a mediumship reading where I will be channeling specific manifestations, blessings and opportunities that will be coming into your life. If you'd like to catch it, the link will be within the pinned comments. This reading is going to be also a 5-card spread. I'm not going to get into what each of the spreads will talk about until I flip your cards over, because I know you're all very busy, okay? So I don't want this to go on forever. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the cards on camera. I will speed up the recording, but please also feel free to tap forward. Okay, so spread one, this is going to be the gateway section. What energy or doorway is opening for you right now around abundance? Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so looks like we've got an energy around being a lot more assertive, more confident. This could even be more friendship coming in, powerful friendships, powerful connections, maybe a love interest, okay, coming towards you. But we've also got this turn of events, okay? The doorway may be an actual turn of events in the right direction for you. Maybe a lot of you have been feeling like that wheel has not been moving in your favor. It's about to move in your favor. It's going to have a very opposite effect of what it's been having. And maybe you feel like a lot of the times your life is out of control or out of balance, because let's just be real. That Wheel of Fortune card is not stable. It's not. It will go up, it will go down, it will be all over the place, and it will hit you out of nowhere. And maybe a lot of you have been feeling like that, like there's no control over your external world. Now, you always have control over your internal world, but this could be your external world. Either that or, dealing with it in a way that is a lot better than the way that you've been dealing with it. There is opportunity in all of this. But I also feel like confidence with the Queen of Wands. A lot of you have been maybe wanting to be a better version of yourself, a more in tune version of yourself. She's the only one that sits with the cat in front of her. She is definitely trying to be psychic about it. She's trying to have an intuition. But this is bolder, more confident. This is even maybe, she could represent somebody who wants to have a makeover of some sorts, look better, feel better. Work on her appearance, all of that good stuff. That is the energy or the doorway that's opening for you right now. And we've got the hill, so obstacles to overcome. The energy could be that, you reach the mountaintop. Maybe you're over these obstacles, or maybe you're just dealing with them better. Because listen, you're on Earth, and you're going to always deal with obstacles. It's just how you react to it in which way makes it better to deal with. People don't realize that a lot of the times it's their reactions that cause these obstacles to manifest bigger, or, feel bigger than what they are. We've got the sunrise, we've got new creative ideas, new ventures, or a fresh start. A lot of you have been wanting that. There's going to be a new doorway opening in the regards to a fresh start with yourself, who you are as a person, maybe with another person. This is kind of interesting to me, because I just feel like there's a lot of self-improvement energy here. Yes, we have the networking card. We have the wanting better friendships, better connections with others, maybe even a love interest. But I feel like I'm feeling self-improvement, a new way to look at things, a better way to look at things, a more positive mindset, maybe even how to kind of make these obstacles work for you type of thing as well too. But new ventures, new opportunities, new experiences. Maybe you've been wanting to be creative too, but there's been a block around that. Queen of Wands, she definitely is not blocked. Okay, she will be very creative. But maybe the new opportunity is moving forward with that creativity, doing something with it, exchanging it with someone else or an audience or whatever, a person, another person. This can definitely be in regards to business, or starting something new, a project. But you do have luck around you. But I don't want to sit here and just say that luck is random. Okay. I definitely do feel like we have to be in energetic alignment with it. And I think that's the energy in the doorway that's opening for you right now around abundance. The block. Okay. What's currently standing in the way, whether it be a fear, a belief, or an external situation. Okay, so I actually feel like the block is a block. The block is a block. Like this woman on the Two of Swords, she will speak about like her the whole embodiment of that card is being blocked. Not having enough information. We've got two paths, but we don't know what to do, so we sit there. But it's interesting because the water's in the background and the moon is there. And it's a swords card. What's it doing there? It's talking about getting more in tune with your intuition, okay? So maybe the block is that sometimes you don't feel as connected to your intuition, or you get and receive the information, but you don't know how to put it into action. Maybe that's also the block. It's like, I just feel like for some of you, you know, you are really in tune. I can't deny that. I'm feeling it as the reader, but it's like to take the step on it, there's confusion. Now, for others of you, the block could be that, you know, there's a lack of something. I don't know if it's mindset. I mean, it could be money. Maybe there's something you want to do, but like you just don't know how to do it. You don't know how to put it into action. Maybe you are making a mountain out of a molehill. Maybe for others of you, it's legit. You don't have enough money. And what I mean by mountain out of the molehill is don't take your passion and start thinking you need to have the best of everything to make it happen. So let's just use an example. Let's say you want to start a YouTube channel and you're like, I have to have the fanciest camera and everything needs to look nice. No, you don't. Less is more, I'm telling you, okay? It's not true. You don't need to start with those things. So that could be for some of you, but for others of you, your manifestations could have a lot to do with like your environment. Maybe you feel like there's a lot of like stress around money and that's not putting you in the best like mindset. So if you are dealing with life and, you know, there's a struggle around money and you're constantly having to focus on where you're going to get the money, that would put you into like a fear or a worry mindset. Not the best mindset, like in a way of being free. Like, do you get where I'm going here? Like if somebody didn't have to worry about money, they may have more of the time to think about their abundance or be hopeful than somebody who's struggling financially. This could be a block. We've got tulip, great passion. Then we've got the ladder, climbing towards success. You want success, but I feel like you don't know how or what to do with it or how to put it into gear. And it's interesting because it's like the passion is there. You know, there's something I feel like planted, like a seed or something you want. You definitely know what you want, but maybe you think you need to climb towards success to get it, or maybe there's something around with these pentacle cards, a belief system around working hard to get it. Like, how do you feel about that? Are there some of you watching who feel like you have to work real hard to get what you want? Or are you like having a struggle adopting the philosophy that you can have it without all of that? That could be a block. That would definitely be a block. Maybe a lot of you are holding on too tightly to something and it needs to be let go. Regardless, I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, you are trying to fine tune this. I do feel like with this card, those that are watching are actively working towards trying to fix this. So I don't want to bash you. Don't take me as I'm judging you, because I do see that a lot of you are trying to figure it out. But with these Pentacle cards, I just feel like there's just too much stress or too much put into it when it needs to be more laid back, not really worrying about like how it's going to get done, just throwing something together. I'm not saying put together crappy work or, don't try, but take the workload off of, how you feel about abundance. Take all of that mindset or that worry out of it, and then see what happens. But a lot of you want to be successful, and it could have something to do with a passion, or going somewhere or getting somewhere. That ladder looks like it's going somewhere. It looks like it's going up into the sky. So some of you really want, big things with this group, really big things, but I don't know how you talk to yourself, because it doesn't have to be a big thing. It could just be a thing. See right there? See right there how I took out the stress of it being such a big thing, and I just made it a thing? That in itself is like changing your mindset around it. But bear with yourself, be patient. Two of Swords is good. It says you will be led to it. Okay, you will be led to know what to do regarding the block. And, you will be led to kind of look at within. But just bear with yourself, because this group I feel like is really hard on themselves. Really hard on themselves. And there is this strong desire for abundance. But it's kind of like, I feel like I'm lost. I'm a little lost. I'm a little confused. And it's like, it's weird. I'm seeing a lot of you like looking at other people and being like, why them? Or how are they getting it so easily? Maybe they just don't care as much. Maybe they just like are relaxed about it. There needs to, I feel like, be a more relaxed approach to this, okay? All right, so let's look at the key. So what action, shift, or mindset will help you move past the block? Okay, so my eyes went right to this butterfly card where it says a change for the better. A lot of you are in the cocoon phase, okay? You haven't spread your wings fully with this yet. I think you're learning how to figure out, the best action or, mindset to move forward. There could be with the moon a lot being hidden from you at this time, and you kind of get frustrated about that. You want more really revealed to you. But this tells me here with the Four of Cups that the best way for you to take action on this is to spend more time alone, or, this guy's out in nature. He's contemplating. I'm going to say another thing as well, too. Sometimes I feel like for a few of you, there's an opportunity that comes through, and it may be through another person, or it could be through an external, another person. It's not directly like the universe is handing it to you. And I feel like you're turning it down at times. Be careful with that, because I feel like with that cup being extended, the universe is actually trying to get your attention, but you may get so caught up with waiting too long, to grab what you deserve or take what you deserve, that you kind of miss the boat sometimes. The key is also going to be to release, you've got a Nine of Swords here, group too. I think you really are struggling around abundance. A lot of sleepless nights, a lot of trying to figure it out, maybe even some anxiety. I think, I'm going to say something. I think a lot of you actually worry about, and I'm speaking deep down, you may not even consciously be aware of this, but I think a lot of you worry about, what if you do get what you want, what's going to happen? I don't know if there's some sort of guilty mindset around, even receiving what you deserve, because you are so deserving. But I don't know if there's people here who struggle with that, like that mindset, because, and it's not your fault. It's programming. The moment we're brought into this world, we're told we're a sinner, So I don't really blame you, but it is something you have to deprogram yourself from. And I do feel like a lot of you worry about, what will happen if you do get what you want? Like, are you even ready? I think the key is going to be realizing that a lot more patience is needed around this. And you need to have patience with it, because you may not even really be ready for what you think you want, okay? You are in a cocoon stage with the butterfly. There will be a change for the better coming very soon. But you have to be, I feel like, with the Four of Cups. And it's interesting because this is actually a manifestation card, but it's a 4. We're not fully there, okay? We're not fully there. We're in the midst of it. But I think here the key is actually showing up more and more to you, or it's happening more than you think, but you're not acting on it. See that guy sitting there with his arms crossed? I can't stop looking at him. There's offers coming. I don't know. There's offers. There's some sort of offer that comes or has come. And I don't know. I just feel like you didn't react to it quick enough, or you just downplayed it or said no. And it was like the universe was trying to give it to you. So if you have your arms crossed, like, let's just say symbolically, like, you may not even be ready for what you think you're ready for. So there needs to be a patience, an uncovering, but maybe getting very clear about what you want. Now, this could also be, marriage. Maybe there's something around your marriage. Maybe you are married and there's something that's just not feeling right. Maybe you're looking for abundance outside of this marriage, or how you can move on forward without this marriage, because the ring is broken. But for a lot of you, this could be something that you want. And that would be very interesting if there was an offer that came to you. You just, I don't know, we're maybe so, hung up on what everything you wanted to look like, and you kind of maybe already passed up the opportunity. The key could be you having more of an awareness. The moon is here, an intuitive awareness as to kind of like when things are coming in, because this is the thing people always want to know. You do have to have a level of awareness to see things when they're in front of you, or you're just going to pass them by. You will. But if you have that in awareness, it's almost like you get so good at like detecting the universe. You're like, oh, I see what you're doing, universe, And you never know. I'm not saying that you should, go with somebody you don't really like, but who knows what that opportunity will bring you to next. The universe works in magnificent ways. You just really cannot underestimate it. But there's a lot to unpack here. And I may have rubbed you the wrong way in this reading, but so be it. It's just what I'm seeing, okay? It's time to get very real and very clear about what it is that you're manifesting, and if that's even really what you want, but also having or working towards an awareness to kind of see when the universe is trying to give you something, and like partaking in that as well too, like taking the action on what is being presented to you so that you can move forward in whatever it is that you desire. Okay, so the gift, right? Everybody's favorite section, gonna be everybody's favorite section. Let's find out here what abundance, love, opportunities, blessings is waiting to flow in once you step through the gateway. Oh, this is really nice. Really nice. Okay, so just bear with me. Not everything is going to resonate with you. It's not a private reading, okay? So it looks like we've got the Page of Cups. So offers are coming in. really like many offers, and it could be an act of love. You know, someone wants to court you. Someone wants to express something to you. Maybe that person feels ready to express something to you. But it could be opportunities in every way. We've also got with the Queen of Cups, wisdom and emotional maturity, but also healing what has been really a thorn in your side. And it could be, you know, again, your belief system, your fear, your nervousness. Maybe you will find out that there's something connected to some part of you that's unhealed that is causing this illusion of fear. But there's a hold on that. There's like a getting ahead of with that and moving past it. A lot of you, they're telling me, you know, your mind is, it's like your spirit guides are saying to me, like, I don't even know how this person makes it through the day with the amount of negativity that they think with respect to, and it's jittery for me. Now, if that doesn't resonate with you, don't worry. I'm not speaking to you, but it's jittery. Oh my God, that's not good. Is that good? What is that? What does that look like? What does that mean? It's too much. It's infiltrating your mind in a very negative way. Okay. You will master this. We've got Tiger doing something risky and taking a chance. You're going to move more into like a braver way about you. You're going to see risks. You're going to take a chance and you're going to do it in style. And you're going to be a tiger or a tigress about it. Okay. People will look at you and be like, wow, that person's sharp. And these risks will pay off. But you'll know how to see a risk. You'll know how to see an opportunity. The tiger is one of those animals, like with the eyes, you know, they know how to see an opportunity, see prey or whatever it may be that they want. They know how to move, strategize. It goes back to what I said about having that perception. You will get a perception about you. You will even realize how to realize an opportunity when it's right in front of you. We've got angels, spiritual guidance, and protection from harm. Your protection, okay, from the other side will elevate. You will be so in tune with your higher self that higher self is going to be guiding you daily. Not only that, if you feel like you've been getting yourself into, or you have been all of a sudden or lately, or it's always been that way where you're constantly in issues, or, you know, you're around people who feel like they want to harm you, that's going to be a thing of the past. Okay. You will be given the guidance to, you know, remove yourself or not even entertain to get to that point. You've got bread, period of prosperity and abundance. Yes, you will be breaking bread. You will be a manifesting machine, and it will include money. Okay. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. You know, it's there. It's there for you. This is, you can so do this, group 2. You can so do this. A lot of you have been feeling like the tortoise, like it's just taking so long, but you may start to come to a realization that, you know what, I'd rather slow and steady wins the race than anything else. And I just want to interject here too. Like, I have come to really love this. I love this because it's still positive. It's still progress. People always want to go viral. It's not what you think it is, because the only way from going viral is back down. There's no other way. But with this, you're always moving forward. So it's beautiful. You may start to come to really a great feeling, or come to an acceptance about your path and the way that it's going, and having some sort of understanding or appreciation for it. So beautiful. Okay, so the integration. So how can you best align yourself, right, with this abundance so it can become lasting? Because, you know, we want it to last, right? We want it to last. Okay, keep yourself in a learning phase, always. with the Page of Pentacles, we've got the Star Student here. I did see before that, you were trying to actively, like, don't give up. Don't give up. And please, with the Knight of Wands, start to have more fun in life. This group needs to have fun. They need to become, go out and make your own fun happen. Don't wait for fun to come to your door. Take more risks. I don't know if you have a bucket list. I don't know if you have this, like, I want to jump out of a plane. Like, it's that type of energy with the Knight of Wands. Like, you never know. Through doing these things that you have fear around, you may actually align yourself with the abundance through unlocking, something within you that keeps yourself stagnant instead of going out there and, accomplishing those things or moving past those things. Go head first into it. Creative writing, I'm getting with this, weirdly. I don't know why. I've never looked at the Page of Wands like that, but creative writing. I'm going to tell you another thing that I'm picking up for here, this too. A lot of people around you, or there could be one person in particular, you need to express something to them. I don't know if there's something you've been holding to yourself. And this is actually causing a blockage somehow with expression. And it doesn't have to be that's necessarily negative. It could actually be, with the Ace of Cups, like, start telling people how you feel. Be more honest. If you want to express your feelings to somebody, start doing that. That somehow they're saying is going to align you with the abundance. And, we never really know sometimes why that is, but it could be, you being your authentic self, and as opposed to keeping things in, being, free with it. Ace of Cups is always going to be honesty. Okay. So I don't know if there's some people around you who need some honesty. And listen, it could be that, there are people who, you need to let them know what it is, what time it is. Okay. I'm not saying that it's just positive, but you need to also, this could be something that could help you to integrate it faster. You need to also think and you got to walk and talk like you've got it, even though, it may not be in your physical reality. You need to also, I feel like, make sure that you're not looking at the physical reality. But I just feel like with this Nine of Pentacles, like, she's walking and talking like she's already got it. And then it just leaves that abundance to catch up to her, but she's already moving like it. So you need to have this way about you. Move out of your head and move into your soul, because your soul knows you've got it. Your soul knows it's yours. But I just feel like sometimes the mind can do a number on this group. So please, like, just, you're going to have to somehow, and I know it's crazy, but you're going to have to, like, and I'm not saying go out there and start telling other people about your manifestations, but you're going to have to start acting a little like crazy, until it shows up. So you're going to have to train your mind to think you already got it. Okay. You will have to think and speak and embody abundance. That is the abundance card. If you don't, walk like you got it. And I don't care if it's the way you walk down the hallway, okay? Put your head up, put your chin up, put your shoulders back, and act like you've got it. It can be in any different way, but you're gonna have to move like you're abundant, okay? The ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So how you can best align yourself, you're going to have to adopt you're going to have to adopt the philosophy that whatever is happening to you to get you to this abundance, even if it looks like it's not good. Remember, everything is neutral. You're giving your meanings to it, and that's what's giving it meaning in your life. So you will become cracked open. You will become wide cracked open. I feel like with this group, your abundance is not just trying to come into your life, it's trying to heal you, okay? And healing is not pretty, and there's no way around it. There's no way over it. There's no way under it. Only can go through it, okay? You got to feel it. But yeah, you're going to have to look at her. She's like, just do it. Here, just let's go. She's not showing any kind of like resistance. She's just like, give it to me, So this is the best way you can align yourself, is anything that steps into your pathway or anything that goes wrong or what looks like goes wrong, it's trying to get you to where you need to be. It's always happening for you to get you to where you want to be. So there needs to be some sort of perspective, adopting of, meanings, what looks like, things going wrong, obstacles are happening always for you, not to you. Okay. So I don't want to call you a victim, but maybe getting out of that could unlock all of this, as far as it being lasting. Okay. All right. Take care. Hi, group 3. Okay, so before we begin, I have uploaded the extended reading on Patreon. That is going to be a mediumship reading, where I will be diving in deeply to what specific manifestations you will be receiving very soon. You can find a link to that video, that reading, in the pinned comment. This is going to be a 5-card spread. I'm not going to go over what each spread means specifically, or then we'll be here all day. And I know you guys are very busy. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull the cards. Feel free to tap forward, but I will also speed up the recording. Okay, so section 1 will speak to the gateway. What energy or doorway is opening for you right now around abundance? Okay, so wow, with these cards. Wow. Wow, group 3. I feel like with the Star card, there's definitely some universal magic that's going to be coming into your life very soon in the way of synchronized events, okay? And it could involve very supportive people, or just people put in your pathway in order to make your manifest come to light. This could be a man, but it could also be a friendship or a dealing or relationship with a woman. Now, I really do feel like this is so synchronized with the Star card. And it's like with the 4 of Swords, it's been quiet. It's been really quiet. And you have felt like nothing is happening. Nothing's happening. But what if I told you that it was always happening in the background? You just may have not been privy to it, or could really see it or feel it, but it was still happening. There's going to be a lot of doorways opening up for you. And I also feel like it's not just in the way of people. This also could be a very important person coming to your life. And the King of Wands, you take him however you want to take him. If it's a love interest or a particular soulmate, yeah. And if I'm going to say this as well too, I am feeling like there may be somebody watching here who's trying to manifest someone to come back after a separation, or after like no contact or nothing happening. And it doesn't have to even be that the person's not around you. It could be that they are, but nothing's happening. If it's not that, then it could be an action taken on your part as well too. So I don't know if you've been trying to muster up the courage to do something, but this could also talk about that. But oh my, there's a lot in the way of helpful people. Like there's going to be a particular woman who comes into your life, for some of you, they're telling me she's already there. And it's not that she's bringing you the manifestation, but maybe knowing her, listening to her, maybe there's something about her. She gives you the codes, okay? Listen, I really wouldn't put this past somebody that you're watching right now, maybe. And I'm not talking about myself, although if it is, that's great. But it could be somebody online who really is not even aware that that's the purpose they're serving. Because I'm telling you with the star, it's like there's something put in your path strategically that really catapults you forward in a way that you haven't been able to move forward before. And I'm telling you, I'm thinking that you're getting the codes, or you're getting a download, or she's giving you something or speaking something that's just going to like create an aha moment for you. But listen, if you've been wanting to manifest friendships, this could also be what this is talking about. This energy is ripe. I want to say that this energy is very ripe. It's like literally around the corner. I'm serious. And I don't know if you've been waiting for a long time for your life to pick up, but that time is coming to an end. Now, it is giving me whirlwind energy. So, I think you will be prepared for it. I think also with the star card, you've done the work. So I don't know if that talks about remaining positive or, just keeping the faith, keeping the hope alive. A lot of you have been fighting tooth and nail to keep the hope alive. That's going to pay off for you soon. This feels very like I'm getting like a buzzing energy. This feels like, even as the reader, my energy feels like it's picking up. So I feel like, and I haven't said this in any other group, but I feel like it's really soon, like around the corner. And I think you can feel it too. I think you can feel it immensely, that there's something real positive is going to happen for you. Wow, where do we go from here? Okay. The block. So what's currently standing in the way, whether it's a belief, a fear, or an external situation? Okay, so this is interesting. Not too bad. Not too bad. It looks like actually very, normal. Okay. Because we've got this that's really sticking out to me, the torch. We've got spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. I do think you are going through an awakening, a spiritual journey, if you will. That's helping you to elevate in a way where you can look at things a little differently. I don't actually know that this is a block. I feel like this is something that for a few of you, you've overcome already, or you're like right there ready to overcome. When I'm doing a reading, yes, I can look at the cards, but I can't also deny what I'm feeling. And I just feel like a major milestone here, and, listen, you've been really working on, what you feel like has been restricting you. You are aware of the limitations that you were putting on yourself. You've been working on that. You have been sacrificing with the Hangman a lot for this journey. You've been going through it. You have been going through it. But I feel like things are changing. Things are changing. You're starting to look at things differently. You're starting to understand that, whatever these limitations are, they don't have to hold you back. You can free yourself, just like the rope around this woman is so loose. She can just remove herself. Like you're coming into that. Okay. If I had to read on a block, it could be aspects of yourself delaying, your destiny, by getting caught up maybe in, negative thought patterns. But it could also be that there's a man, a dealing or a relationship with an older man. And listen, I feel like, because this is a general reading, for some of you, they may not be older. They may be the same age as you. I just feel like I need to accentuate a man. There's a man, I feel like, who has been a block. Or maybe you've been looking at him like a block. Maybe he's not really a block, but you've been viewing him as one. Or maybe he came in, because we are reading on the block can also be an external situation. So maybe this situation with a man, okay? I don't care if he's your husband. He has caused you to put blocks on yourself that don't really need to be there. But I understand if it's been torturous, negative, or if he's negative, or he's caused you a lot of pain, you could look like, or it could feel like it's a block because it's like you're still trying to heal from it, okay? But happiness and well-being, it's yours for the taking. And I do feel like you go in and out of these blocks. Like, I don't feel like with this group, you're always feeling a block. I feel like it comes and goes, but it could be that there's this man who's bothering you. I don't care if he's a boss, a complicated situation, an ex, a boyfriend, a husband, the neighbor down the street. I don't care. I just feel like he's been a source of great pain. And maybe you're learning how to work through that now, that it doesn't have to hold you down. It doesn't have to hold you back. Whatever he says, whatever he thinks, or whatever the way he makes you feel doesn't need to be your reality. Okay? But yeah, with this group, I don't know. I just feel like you're definitely on the right path, but your blocks don't feel as heavy as other groups. I do want to be honest. They just don't feel as heavy. I think you are doing a great job with what you've been given. You definitely need to be told that. It's not easy what you're going through. You do need a lot of strength, but I think you are, again, doing whatever you can to look at this from a different perspective. But it could be that the block was with respect to perspectives. Okay. The key. So what action, shift, or mindset will help you to move past the block? Oh my God, you got 2 eyes. That's wild. 2 eyes. What are the chances of that? So we've got teardrops, we've got great personal sorrow, and then we've got the eye, psychic ability, trust your intuition. The key is going to be that maybe you have to look at your teardrops in a different way. A lot of people tend to really get down on themselves and think they are going backwards if they fall into bouts of teardrops. No, I think purging is going to be very important to you, or for you, okay, to move past the blocks. There's a lot karmically that has happened with you, maybe even a lot of injustice, honestly, or chaos that you've had to deal with. And you are learning, I feel like, how to move past it with the 6 of Swords. Get yourself to calmer waters, but it's a process. It's a process, and you can't escape, we have to go through it. We cannot go around it, over it, under it. We have to, this is treacherous sometimes with the 6 of Swords. It's not easy, but we have to, I feel like, rebalance, recalibrate. But I also feel like karmically, I'm going to tell you another thing. You've been fighting lifetimes against your intuition. I don't know if you also grew up in a family where that was not really accepted, or you don't feel like you have much support around being fully in your intuition, but that's going to be the key. Like the outside noise, the external world, yes, there's always going to be things, okay? We can't escape this planet. It's lower in density, and we have come to have a 3D experience, but you can navigate this. But it's going to be less of the mind and more soul driven, soul intuition based. You do have a psychic ability. That is the key. I don't know what has happened to this group. I don't know if there's we've got some people who are not trusting themselves. I don't know what is the issue around the psychic ability. I don't know if it's that, you know, there's doubt, fear around it, but you moving into honoring that aspect of yourself, okay, that's what's going to get you out of this, okay? Help you to move forward, to escape, or to move to calmer waters. I should not have said escape. Move to calmer waters in regards to, you know, abundance. Whatever you've been doing, it just was not working. But I'm telling you, with that Justice card, this is a perfect card of cause and effect. So like if you take this advice, the effect will be amazing. But deep waters with that Six of Swords, that's the key. Like, you're gonna have to re-examine everything you've been through, everything you've dealt with. Like, you're gonna have to go deep on this. There's no way around it. And it could be very hard, you know, to look at, but I urge you to, because we want like a cleaning out of, we want like a rejuvenation. We want you moving forward. Because I'm going to tell you another thing, like the abundance with the Justice card is like, it's what you deserve. Like it's like that favorite Bible quote I have, life in full abundantly. Like, you were always meant to have this, okay? So you don't have to feel bad about it. You don't have to feel guilty about it. You know, if you want to do your own thing, oh well, to hell with everyone else. Like, you are meant to have greatness. You are greatness. But I just feel like there's this like re-examining of the past, or maybe letting go of like shame, guilt. I don't know about what has happened in your past. Like, this is a general reading, but it's like going back in the past will clear up the future. It's like there's something with timelines, okay? But also healing. So purge and get right with your intuition. Start acting on it. This group is getting a ton of hits. I don't know if you're following through on it. If you want more guidance from spirit or your higher self, you're going to have to act on these things, okay? Shoving it down, pushing it aside, pretending like it doesn't exist, that's not going to get you, you know, the abundance that you deserve. Okay, so everyone's favorite section, going to be this section, the gift. So what abundance, love, opportunities, blessings is waiting to flow in for you once you step through the gateway? Wow. Okay. I don't know who this fair woman is. I don't know if she's you. I don't know if you're a blondie, okay? But let's like generalize it a bit because it is a general reading. If you're any type of ethnicity, but you resonate with being on the fairer side, go ahead and apply this to you. You don't have to look like her. But if she is someone you know, like if I show this to you and you're looking at it and someone's flashing in your mind's eye, she could be the key, okay, to how this abundance locks or unlocks for you. But she could also be the gift, which is interesting. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if she's someone special, like in human form, who's going to bring you abundance. Like, I don't know, hand it over to you, be that one to say, hey, congratulations, you won this, or, you know, we want to hire you. Or if it's, you know, she's handing you the keys to your new house, like, she's important. So if she's not you, she's important and she's waiting to come through, I feel like, to give you something. And I should have also said she could also have gray or white hair. But she's important. So you're going to have to take a mental note of this reading. Come back if you want and let me know. But if this is you, the gift is you reclaiming your power, because you are so powerful. You may have lost your way. That's fine. We all do. But you could be getting a better relationship with yourself. A lot of you may not resonate with having the best relationship with yourself. Maybe you always need people around. Maybe you don't like aspects of yourself. Maybe you want to have self-growth. You're reclaiming yourself, if that's you, okay? Cracked cup. We got dissatisfaction with life. A lot of you are bored, okay? The gift could be that, this dissatisfaction with life starts to have re-meaning, like a meaning. Like there's meaning all of a sudden. There's purpose. Like I want to get up in the morning. I feel good about it. I can move forward. The dissatisfaction gets reversed. Okay. Life becomes more beautiful, more enjoyable. And it's not necessarily that there's like external things happening. Maybe it's the peace within yourself, but it could definitely be that there are things happening for you that give you a purpose now. You feel like you're motivated. You have energy, all of that good stuff. We've got the crown. Honor and respect will come to you. So the gift could be that you'll be wearing a new hat in some way, shape, or form, where, you may sit at, the head of a table with something new in your life. Maybe you become a teacher of some sorts, or, maybe you get a promotion, but honor and respect, you will have that. You will, if you feel like that's been robbed of you as well and taken from you, that will be restored. So I am being guided to say that there's some people watching here who feel like there has been a disrespect, there has been an honor that has been taken from them, or they feel like they've lost respect in some way, shape, or form. You may be going in a new direction to reclaim that. Maybe wherever you are feeling, with that, it's not for you anymore. So there's going to be a new path opening up, so you can go now in a new direction and reclaim all of that. But there could be something very awesome about something that you do, maybe it is your gift. Maybe it's an actual gift that you will be having on display, showcasing. Maybe it's the psychic ability. Who knows? Okay. Maybe it's your work. I don't know, but, there will be admirers. Okay. We've got the candle. How beautiful. You will be shown the way. So the abundance coming is that you get a full guide handbook on how to move forward in the way that you want, okay? Because a lot of you have been feeling like it's been a bit dim in here, like you just can't see the light, or you can't see where this is all going. I've got more downloads, more of an understanding, more of like the missing pieces coming into play, and an understanding of why the heck everything is happening, or what I need to do to move forward, or, what it is I was lacking, in order to achieve great abundance, etc., etc., etc. And then we've got a ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. That would be so funny if you know who this is and they are an Aries, but they don't have to be. I think here you could be dealing with this person, and maybe through, you unlocking and stepping through that gateway, maybe you get a higher timeline version of this person. Maybe this person stops being so stubborn and aggressive because you've jumped timelines and into the best version of yourself. That person, you start to experience that person in the best version of themselves. But if this is you, if this is you and you have not been able to get out of your own way, because they are telling me that for some of you, you're looking for all the keys, like what, or the codes, or like, what do I have to do? It was literally, there could be an unlocking that it was you standing on your own way. And guys, like, that's not like a hateful comment. Most of the time, 98% of the time, we are standing in our own way. So there could be a reveal, but I'm going to add another interpretation. There could be a little blessing, where this person, if it's not you, they may get what they deserve. And I'm not saying that you are a vengeful person, but it could be kind of funny to watch. It's just like we're watching karma do its thing. It's not even that you want it. It just happens naturally. So yeah, that could be something that's coming into your life in the way of a gift. Up here, I think you're going to have a little bit more money to do things, expenditures. There's going to be the ability to give out more, give more freely, or if this is just even with yourself, more money to do the things that you desire to do. With the scales here, we've got a rebalancing. So if you've been feeling a little off kilter financially, that could come back into stability for you. There may be also an end to that, but this also, I feel like exhaustion, the trying too hard to cope with the day-to-day life, that could lighten up, but there will be massive healing with the 5 of Cups, okay? Not only that, this guy actually doesn't need to be that depressed or sad about what's happening because there's still 2 cups standing behind. So this could be a whole unlocking, like new eyes to see that you're still in the game, okay? There's still opportunity, an unlocking of perspective like what we picked up before. You will be turning around and you will be going after those 2 cups and you will say, oh, well, with the 3 cups that spilled, you know what? If it happened, it must have been something that I had to look at and deal with. And now that I've dealt with it, I can turn around and move forward and go after my dreams, okay? So emotionally, I feel like there's going to be a huge blessing because a lot of you have been in turmoil, really feeling like I'm hearing the end, like this is the end, something's the end, like it can't get better for me, something along those lines, and I see a turnaround. But I also see with the 6 of Pentacles, generosity, being able to be more generous, but not just with others, also yourself. So financially, things are picking up too. So let's look at the integration. So how can you best align with yourself with this abundance? How can you best align yourself with this abundance so it becomes lasting? So we don't want this to be short-lived. We want this to last a lifetime. So what can you do? What can you start doing? You do need to ease up on yourself, I feel like. You can be at times your worst critic. Please stop being in a state of waiting as well too. I don't know if that resonates with you, that you feel like you've been waiting. Start getting active, okay? Start getting busy. Start acting on your passions. That way you're not in a state of waiting. You don't need to be waiting for anything, okay? That's how you can best align yourself so that this abundance lasts. We definitely, with the Death card, don't want you reverting back into old cycles because there is a possibility that this could happen. Please also make sure that you are gathering, okay? Gathering as much as you can on this journey and integrating it into action with the Queen of Swords. We don't just want you accumulating the information. We want you going out and acting on it, okay? So like be what you want to be, like, start walking and talking like you are what you want to be. Don't just wait for something outside of you to make that happen. It has to start with you, okay? Start softening up to, with the Temperance as well, to time, perfect timing, get yourself okay with that, change your mindset around it, because a lot of you, I'm still getting that timing, like it's not coming fast enough or it's not happening. Divine timing, perfect timing is always going to be perfect timing. So train yourself that if it hasn't shown up yet, it's because it's not supposed to be here yet, and that it still will be. It's not like it's not going to be, But in the meantime, you're going to do what you need to do in order to kind of, again, keep yourself aligned. Pillar of light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Keep raising your vibration, but please also not just raising your vibration. Please also start getting more comfortable with different dimensions, third dimension, fourth dimension. You're integrating yourself so that you can do good in all of them. So what do I mean by that? Emotionally, you might be still dealing with third density, okay? Maybe sometimes you're in fifth, but you're alternating. You're always going back and forth. I think here with you being the oracle, you're a pillar of light. And that's not easy. That's not easy to, go through. It's very difficult sometimes to keep your wits about you. But the best way that you can align yourself is do whatever it's going to take to keep your vibration best aligned. So don't go and hang around people that are, draining you, or don't watch that movie that, puts you in a state. You have to protect yourself, group 3. I'm serious. I don't care how minute it is. You have to really check in with yourself and ask yourself, is this good for me? Is this good for my vibration? Is this good for my mental clarity? You're going to have to really protect yourself because you're going through something right now. And it's very sensitive energy, okay? But even with the Queen of Swords, she has boundaries. She has this way about her. She just cuts through it. She doesn't care what anybody else thinks. She protects her space at all costs. So don't, with the Two of Pentacles, start reverting back into, when you're starting to move forward, don't revert back, okay, with old ways that don't align with you. And also don't take on too much, okay? You're going through a transformation with the Death card. This is not a joke. So through this transition, this is not the time for you to start saying yes to everybody. Oh yeah, sure, I can do that. I can do that. No, you are the oracle. It needs to be about you. So make your life about you as best as you can. And that's how you can keep this going stronger, going longer. All right. Take care, group 3.